Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, on this episode, we're going to dive into more of our drive towards November in the midterms. But I'm going to say something flat out honest to God right with you. I don't think they know what they're doing. We've spent this entire weekend, and we're going to spend every weekend diving into the politics and the analysis and the polling. But after this weekend and the things that we've shared, I can honestly say that I don't believe they know what they're doing. I don't think that the polls represent anything because it's too across the board. There's no uniformity. Everything is in odd, out of sorts posture across the nation. This is incredibly interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below. What do you think could explain this? Let me know if I landed this plane correctly, because we have got to get out there and vote. This is more of a reason. Don't believe polls. Don't believe anything. Don't believe me. Go vote, please, because every bit of our rights comes down to this midterm election to stop Biden right in his tracks. Now, I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor who made this video possible, JX Tactical, and then we're going to dive in. I'm going to show you what I mean. And like I said, I really want to hear from you guys in the comments on this one, because something just doesn't feel right. Now, JX Tactical provides carry options for everybody through a range of styles, including standard inside the waistband and outside the waistband, as well as our fat guy inside the waistband and our low rider outside the waistband. Now, I had a little bit of a crush on this guy because I kind of identify as a fat guy, but just saying. Our fat guy appendix carry inside the waistband holster makes appendix carry a comfortable option for all body styles, including those with a little extra tactical fluff. I would fall into that category. The lower riding design provides a more comfortable and concealable carry, whether standing or sitting, and it is their mission to provide quality, effective, and comfortable carry solutions for those who protect their families and communities. And legitimately, I just love the idea of tactical fluff. I'm going to use that forever. But thank you so much to JX Tactical, and now let's dive in, guys. Like I said, I need to hear from you guys on this one, and let me know if I'm landing this plane, because, like I said, something just doesn't feel right. Everything's always linked if you want to see it for yourself, but check this out. In a video that I did earlier today, and a lot of you had very good comments on it, and a lot of you responded well to it, we were talking about the discrepancy in 4 of the 6 swing states that are coming for the Senate. This is incredibly important. The discrepancy was between the governor ratings in the polling and the Senate rating in the polling, and there was a huge discrepancy. Check out that video. It's linked if you want to see it. However, do you guys remember when CNN did this in one of our videos? I believe it was yesterday morning, when CNN said this, and this is important because something is happening in Washington State.
Republicans, meanwhile, are sending a pretty pricey rescue squad to Ohio to try to salvage J.D. Vance's Senate campaign. He's polling worse than expected.
All right, so if you guys remember that, let me know if you do. This is literally CNN saying, oh, he's not polling as well as he should be, leaning into the Governor DeWine versus J.D. Vance's ratings in the polls, etc., etc. However, look at this. This is coming out of Ohio. This is the polling data that they said he's sending a rescue package, okay? The overall aggregate is 3.7 up in a solidly red leans GOP state. That was CNN's entire premise. Now look at Washington State. This is Washington State. This is left coast Washington State. This is the Senate race there. Leans Democrat, and Trafalgar, who in my opinion is one of the most accurate pollsters based on history, has the Democrat there up by 3 points. Now, if you're looking in through the lens of CNN, you would say they need a rescue package because that is polling way below the average of what it should be. It is polling way below what it should be. Going into my point, there's too much ambiguity in these results. It doesn't make sense. You have some smaller polls down there that are saying plus 20, plus 18. Trafalgar's got it at plus 3. And it's only lean Dem. This is Washington State. All right, let's keep going. This is coming out of this is Trafalgar, the actual data. 49.2 to 46.3. That is within the margin of error in this poll in Washington State. You realize how much blue heads would explode if Washington Senate became half and half Republican and Democrat in the federal system? Like in Washington, D.C.? I don't even know what would happen. But here's something else that leads me to believe this something's way off. This is the New York governor race. New York is like Leftyville. It is like liberal as liberal can be. There are conservatives there. There are Republicans there. But Trafalgar has Lee Zeldin only losing by 5 to the sitting governor Hochul. It doesn't make sense across the board. There's so many things that are just not making sense. Here's the actual governor's race, the actual breakdown. 47.8 versus 43.4. Really close to the margin of error. Now, the main reason I'm bringing these points is because, like I said, this does not make sense. You cannot base what's going on in the nation right now without looking at the macro environment, which is why we're doing what we're doing. You've got all the inflation data. You have the price of groceries. You have the price of gas. You have Biden's approval numbers. You have the approval index of Biden. You have the right track, wrong track poll. You have everything going against the Democrats in a macro environment. And then you're getting a smattering of polls from Washington State being +3 to Ohio being +3, both red and blue. They even have North Carolina as a toss-up, as the guy there winning by 0.7 on the Republican side. There's so much ambiguity right here. My honest gut feeling is telling me people are either not talking to pollsters or they're oversampling Democrats in a hard way. What that would tell me, ignore these polls, get yourself out to vote, get everyone you know out to vote, because you are not getting a true representation of what's happening in this nation. That's my own personal opinion. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree, how you agree or disagree, and let me know what you think in those comments field below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow when we get back to the 2A News.